everyone! Welcome to Design Summer School by Brianna Christine Designs. And today I have a special assignment for you, and that is to make your own movie night poster. So I created quite a few movie night posters for my last job at ASI, and I already created a movie night poster for my new job at La Jolla Community Church that is not the one you're looking at right now. This was actually just a part of my interview process. And, I've seen a lot of movie night, community movie night events going on around different communities that I've been a part of. So you never know, this could be a good assignment to keep just in case you run into somebody that might need a poster for something like that. So what I want to get into today, aside from talking about the assignment I'd like to give you, is just kind of briefly go through InDesign, give your mind a refresher on anything you might have forgotten, or maybe if you've never used the program, just show you some of the basic tools. So the main things you want to look for when you're creating your movie poster is you need an event title, a small description of the event, a small description of the movie possibly, the date, time, location, what you need to bring, the logo of the group that's holding the event, and then a contact person. And these are all things that could easily be overlooked. I've definitely overlooked them in different jobs I've had. And you don't want to be in that position. So make sure you make a checklist and make sure you have all these things ahead of time. And then the other thing you need to consider is that this has to be a print-ready PDF. So print-ready, what does that mean? I'm going to hit the W key here, and it's going to show you all my guides and rulers and all of that. So print-ready means you're going to send it to the printer, they're going to print it, and it's going to be good. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to convert it to a PDF. They don't have to email you again and say, where are the trim marks on this thing? It's going to have white space because you didn't put a bleed, because we're going to walk through all that right now. So how do you get a bleed, and how do you know how big your bleed should be? So bleed means that it's going to come out farther than the artboard so that when the printer trims it, there's no white space. So when you come to your file document setup, you're going to see bleed down here. And then if you can see mine on my board, but you can preview it if you don't have it on yours already. I believe I've always used 1/4 of an inch just because that's always worked for me, or less than 1/4 of an inch, 0.125. You don't need much more than that in most circumstances. And then another thing you want to look out for aside from bleed, and we can go over the trim marks when I'm doing final export, I'll show you all that. But for right now I want to talk about margins, which are like this is the purple margin here. Okay, you want to try to make sure that within about 1/4 of or a 1/2 of an inch around that margin that you have no text, because you don't want any of the text to be in danger of being cut off, especially if it's important information. Okay, and then you can do that up here in margins and columns. This is going to allow you to shift that purple line. You can see it's moving closer to my text. Now it's moving farther away. And then I also set up my columns here. So you can see my columns are increasing on the page. So that helps you set up a nice grid. And then to get these other bars that come across this way, you can come up to create guides, and then you just want to increase your number of your rows. And this preview option lets you see it ahead of time. Alright, as far as the toolbars, the parts of the toolbars that I use in InDesign the most are the character styles, paragraph styles if I'm doing like a big booklet thing. For this I might do more paragraph or character, just plain character box and paragraph box. There's some text wrapping options if you want to put a picture and have the text wrap around the picture really nicely, and then you can leave some margin, adjust that really easily using this box. And those are the main tools that I use. I actually made this poster in Illustrator and then placed it into this document using the shortcut Command D, and then so there's actually, I can't edit this. I would have to go back to the original and edit the original to show you how I did that. And then one more thing I want to talk about here before we export to PDF is the pre-flight panel. This will make sure you are good to go with the printer. Right now, there's obviously nothing wrong. It shows no errors on this little green button. But like, for instance, if you go over to this other document I have open, it has 8 errors. So if I go to this, click on this pre-flight panel, and it's all, the errors are all links, missing links. So what that means is at some point, these images were perhaps on my desktop, let's say my desktop of my computer, and now I move them into a different folder, and my computer, InDesign, InDesign doesn't know where the links are anymore. So I just have to go in and relink it to whatever folder I put it in. I don't know where it is in this case, so I'm just trying to make a point. So, well, let's export this document. All right, so we're gonna hit Command E or Control E if you're a PC user. This is a practice poster that I made, and that's my title. You can title it whatever you want. Hitting Command E it's different than saving, because if you hit Command Save, it's just going to save it as an InDesign document. But these are all the different options you can get when you export. So we're going to do an Adobe Pdf Print, save. I'm just going to replace this for now. Now you're going to get this box. Okay, so what you want to check, most importantly, is you're going to come to Marks and Bleeds, go to Use Document Bleed Settings, and Crop Marks. And that's going to set up, that's all you need to do to set up the printer. Another thing you might want to do up here, though, is you just want to make sure it's this PDF X1A 2001. Mine says modified. It modifies it when you use the crop mark, so it's okay if it says modified. Alright, but just make sure that's set up there so that you're good to go on printing, and then hit export. Alright, and if you have the feature where you check the box that says show after saving, you'll get this box, and then you'll see these little trim marks here, and you can see there's a little bit of space here for the printer to trim, so you're good to go. Alright, well, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoy this project, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Thanks. Talk to you later. Until next time.